So in my house right now, we are getting our seeds ready for planting. And we even have baby chickens that are in a brooder that actually my husband made. So I definitely think our home is farm fresh. So I wanted to make something to reflect that I can hang in my kitchen. And I think this sign is perfect for our farm fresh home. This is a really, really easy sign to make. Even in my busy day, I still have time for crafting. So how about I show you how easy it is to make a farm fresh sign for your home.
It all just goes away. The things I plan to say, oh baby.
Okay, so for this project, it's really easy. You're gonna need a Dollar Tree sign like this one. And they have these too, which, look at that, it's the exact same size. So either this kind of sign from the Dollar Tree, or if you have one like this, that will work too. And then right now they have these flexible stencils, and this one says Farm Fresh. I thought that was really cool. Established in 1905. So that is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna take this stencil and we are going to make a sign on this sign to hang up in my kitchen. But this sign that I have, it actually, this wash, that is actually raised. The wash is raised, so I have to remove that. I hope it comes off easy. It's coming out pretty easy because I don't want that on my sign. It is off, but there is a little bit of glue. So I think I'm actually gonna save this sign for another project, and I'm just gonna use this pecan pie sign. These are actually really cool, but I'm not ever gonna hang them up, so that was why I decided to use this for my project. So this is like my Dollar Tree blank. I love using Dollar Tree blanks. So we are going to paint this now. And it's gonna be really easy to paint this. I'm actually going to use chalk paint, and this is in a Dollar Tree black paint bottle, but I really like the size of that bottle. That was why I repurposed it and filled it up with black chalk paint. And I'm just gonna use one of these chip brushes. So it's just a cheap paintbrush. And honestly, I think I actually got this at the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to paint this sign with the black chalk paint. And chalk paint is really nice to use for painting these signs because these signs are, they have a finish on them, so they're a little bit shiny. But when I'm using the chalk paint, it goes over and I can usually get it coated in one coating. But with this one, I have some lines that are going on and I kind of like that. I want those lines to show through. So I'm not going to do 2 coats of this. I'm just going to do 1. I want it to look kind of old-timey. So if I have some of that white showing through, that's okay. I like that look. Makes it look a little old and not brand new. So now I'm just going to go around the sides and paint them with the paint that was running over the sides anyway. Just go over the front or the top of the sign one more time. And if I apply a little bit more pressure, that is going to like thin out this paint even more. So then I will get some of the background from the original picture showing. And like I said, I kind of like that. So I'm gonna let that show through. And then I'm just gonna set this somewhere so that it can dry. And then we will do the stencil. Okay, so the blank that I painted is dry. So now I'm going to put this stencil on it and we're going to stencil this Farm Fresh onto the sign. And using a stencil like this from the Dollar Tree, I don't want it to move. So I am used to using my Cricut to make stencils, but I wanted to test out this Dollar Tree stencil. So I'm gonna go ahead and secure the stencil in place. And we're gonna hope it doesn't move when we're stenciling. Now the stencil says it's a flexible stencil. And since I've recently painted the sign itself, I'm using frog tape. It's super nice to use on painted surfaces. It's gentle enough it's not going to peel off the paint that I just did. All right, so my stencil is in place. So now I'm going to stencil it. So I'm going to use chalk paint, and I'm going to use it in white because I really think that'll look nice and it'll stand out against the stencil. So I'm just going to use a foam brush, but if you are following along and you don't have a foam brush, you can use a regular paintbrush too. I can tell you right now that using a stencil like this is definitely different than using a Cricut stencil, because with my Cricut stencil, it doesn't bounce around. But the Dollar Tree stencil is definitely bouncing around a little bit when I'm putting the paint onto it. And that could be my technique too. Like I said, I've not really used one of these before. Now the moment of truth. So I'm going to remove all of my frog tape pieces that I put on. And look at that, I just peeled off some of that paint. So I don't think that paint was completely ready to be peeled. And one way you can prevent that from happening is if you use a coat of Mod Podge over top of the complete painted surface. But hey, sometimes when you're crafting, things happen. Have a couple little oopsies that I'm going to need to fix, but that should be pretty easy. I'm going to use one of my Dollar Tree Cricut-like tools. Hopefully we can get this stencil off. Come on, stencil. There we go. I think that looks okay. So let's go ahead and fix those oopsies that I did. So I'm just going to grab my black chalk paint. Is just about dry, so I'm just curious. This might ruin it. We're gonna find out. Just kind of lightly go across it. Kind of blend things together. That definitely gives it an aged appearance, I think. And it's kind of cool because it doesn't look like we actually did a stencil per se. So I think that looks pretty cool. I think we're going to leave it like that, and this project is pretty much done. Well, with a little touch up, the Farm Fresh sign is all done. I think it turned out pretty cute. Something definitely original and something I made that I can hang up in my kitchen. And I hope you are enjoying these crafts that I'm bringing to you for the 30-day crafting challenge. If this is your first time here, go ahead and sign up, hit that subscribe button down below, and then click that bell notification so that way you will be alerted every time I have a new video coming out. So you'll be able to make fast, fun projects like this that you can use in your decor right away. And be sure to come back tomorrow for a brand new video. And I can't even remember what craft is coming up tomorrow. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.